We're going to be taking spaniels out training in different environments for different cover and different undergrowth to really hone their hunting skills. Hello, my name's Charlie Thorburn. Welcome to Mordor Gun Dogs. For those of you who've watched before, we're going to be taking out Waffle, and we've got Hudson, who's an English Springer, so we're going to take him out for a little session as well. So we're going to just show you, mainly the video is going to be about Waffle hunting and showing you what we're doing with him. Whatever you're doing with training dogs, the same rules always apply. And the rules are, you start off with them waiting at the door, which Waffle doesn't want to do today. And some of you have watched these before, you've seen Waffle waiting really well, and today he's just like, all right, let's go. Wait. So if a dog's meant to be doing something and they're not doing something, we've just got to practice it. So what we might even go as far as doing is just shutting the boot, starting again. And the reason for doing that is instead of trying to fix something that's broken, just go back a stage, start it again, and make it work properly and perfectly. So we've had a little practice with him, we've reopened the boot, and you can see just that little practice, that little reminder. And the second time when I opened the boot again, the second time when I opened the crate, good little Waffle was back and he just stayed there. And that's kind of what we're looking for. So, no, Waffle, here. No, wait. Waffle, wait. So this is an interesting little thing. You could look at that and think, oh, Waffle's being cheeky. Actually, what he's doing is he's going on my hand signal, not my voice signal. My hand signal for him to get in the car, I would wave my hand towards the car and I'd guide him up. Actually, what I'm trying to do is shut the crate. But he's seeing my hand go in, and he's thinking I'm encouraging him into the car. So I'm not, but he's just desperate to be a good little dog in some ways and just preempting what I'm trying to do. So it's just a little thing to note, wait. And we might just wait. We might just do a little bit of practice there, because we're always trying to practice the things we're not good at. I've come down here with the intention of letting a Waffle hunt through some of this long grass and this undergrowth, and actually, you know, we're spending 5 minutes just fixing the back of the vehicle work, because it's all too easy just to go and practice the things we want to and let some of this slide. And he's letting it, he's just trying it on. Wait. So I'm just moving my body language. Wait. I'm putting myself in the position I might, but I don't want him preempting what I'm going to tell him to do. Wait. Now I'm just going to shut the boot, heel, and we'll head off into this long grass. If I've got a young dog that's a bit soft and is likely to be a bit sticky and not hunt that well, then I might let them just run around a bit more, build up their enthusiasm. But I know Waffle's going to work, so I'm just doing a little bit of heel work and a little bit of practice. Before I need him to do a sit whistle, I'm practicing them. So heel, sit. So that I know that when I blow a sit whistle up there, he's going to listen. So we're going to just head off to this long grass and let him have a little go. Heel, Waffle, heel. Waffle, gone away, go on, away, Waffle, go on, Waffle, go on. Now he's being a little bit sticky, so I'm just going to not give him too many commands and just go for a walk and let him just work away on his own. I want him to be hunting, but not hunting completely independently. Hey, come on. If I give him too many commands, he's going to get sticky and just look at me. But I also don't want him hunting on his own, doing his own thing. He's just plodding around. He's sort of lost his mojo. It's probably too hot. He's not that inspired. So what do we think about this? What would we do? What would you do at home? Hunt him earlier in the morning. Hey, come here, sit. Hunt him earlier in the morning when it's cooler, or later in the evening when it's cooler. The scent's better as well. There's more for them to hunt, and they're not hot like us, and we don't want to go for a run in the heat of the day. It's easily well into the 20s today, which for Scotland's pretty warm. These guys are like me, they're cold-blooded, so they're not used to the heat. The other thing we can do, because we've got other dogs, is we can go and get another dog who maybe will get him going. So by hunting him with another dog, we'll build up his momentum, and they'll kind of bounce off each other like two little boys running around together. It's more fun for them than just to be running around on their own. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run back to the truck and go and get Hudson the Springer, and we'll do a bit of hunting with him as well. So I've just run back to the car and got Hudson, and you can see he's a different beast. He's a bit older, super keen, ready to go. So we can let them both off together, because I know I've got enough control over both of them that I can run them together. Run away. Waffle. Waffle, come here. So their whistle commands are the same. So if I turn them, they both turn. If I give them a left hand signal, they'll go to the left. Oh, that's not a go to the loo signal, that's a come back. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. Hudson. Waffle, come here. Come here. So I recall them. This is probably Waffle's first experience of working with another dog, so he's finding it exciting. It's having the desired effect. It's giving Waffle a little bit of mojo on a hot sunny day. Come on, boys, gone away. Gone away, go on. Gone away. Waffle, come on. Go on, go on. Go on. Go on, Waffle, go on. Gone away. You can see Hudson's a different beast than Waffle. He's more of a hunting machine. Ultimately, in my view, you know, Springers are better dogs anyway. So I'm subtly proving a point here. I bred both these dogs, many generations of them, and Hudson's he's older, he's more switched on, but he's more fired. He's more fired up about his hunting than Waffle is. Hey, sit up. So maybe got to be on his case a little bit more. And this is where the balance comes with dogs, is people see a dog doing something really well. Hudson. Now he's not used to me talking to a camera, so sit up. Sit up. You see a dog doing something really well, sit. Hunting really enthusiastically, doing a big long retrieve, sit up. But actually, is that dog then the right dog for that person? So Waffle's going to go and belong to essentially a young boy who's going to be his first shooting dog. So we don't want a kind of massively motivated dog who's going to be like, right, I'm into everything. We want a dog who's just a nice biddable dog who can do some hunting. Whereas a dog like Hudson is going to go to more of a sort of experienced, avid working dog. So it's just getting that balance. This might be more of a dog for the young boy who's getting Waffle. This might be more of a dog for his dad, who's had 3 or 4 dogs from us, a bit more experienced, wants a dog who's just a bit more motivated. Whereas with Waffle, we want a nice, calm, easygoing dog. And if we have to like wait and be patient for him to become a good hunting dog just by getting him out on more game, that's just what it is. Waffle, gone away, gone in. Gone in, gone away, gone. Waffle, come on. So what you've seen is as soon as Hudson was out, give Waffle a little bit of mojo. Not a lot, he's not going mad. Sit up, hey, sit up. Sit, both of you sit. As soon as we brought Hudson out, the difference in Waffle changed a lot. He got a bit of mojo, he found him sort of a bit of confidence. But what's really important to watch is that Waffle's not just following Hudson around, he is hunting for himself, he is doing his own thing. If you've got 2 dogs, a young one and an older one, and you're training them together and you're trying to use this technique, you've got to be really important that you just don't have one just following the other. I see this out on shoots a lot, dogs picking up, and there's an old one going around doing all the work, and the young one's just expelling energy, achieving nothing. If I send my dogs off to work, I want one of them to go into there, one of them to go into there, and for them to work independently of each other, but still with me. So I want them to imagine they're working on their own with me, and the other dog being there is kind of irrelevant. So that's just an interesting thing to think about, especially if you've got two dogs out the same litter. Quite often or mother and daughter, or father and son, quite often the older one the more confident one will do all the work, and the more submissive one will just follow along and not do very much. But if you watch these guys working, they're not bonded with each other in the same way. These two go out together for a run every day. They don't live in the same kennel, so they're not like best buddies. They do know each other, but they've not got a great strong bond, so they're going to be less likely to follow each other around. Whereas if you've got two dogs at home who live together and they're with each other all the time, it's why I can't stress enough that it's so important to do training on their own as well as doing sort of situations like this. They're too much together, they'll just become one. If they're too separate all the time, then you're more likely to get an issue. Just literally just now, Waffle had found something interesting. Hudson came over to have a look at it. Waffle growled at him. There was a little bit of a scuffle, a little bit of an issue. Believe it or not, Waffle started it. Everyone thinks Waffle's a lovely, cute little dog. Something to remember, you very, very rarely see issues with biting and behaviour with Springers. You do see them quite a lot with Cockers. Cockers are like, I'm going to get lynched for this, but my dad was from Glasgow, so they're like little Glaswegians, okay? A little bit like find the biggest guy in the room and pick a fight with them. They can be a little bit, they can have a little bit of attitude, a bit of unnecessary attitude. And that can be brought on extra by the way people handle them. They treat them like little teddy bears, little puppies because they're cute, and their dogs gain a little bit of attitude. It's not something we tolerate at all. So when it started, I will get hold of Waffle and I gave him a little scruff of his neck, growled at him, told him to stop. The whole thing lasted about a second, maybe two, and Hudson here didn't give anything back, so it wasn't going anywhere. But it's just something to think about. You look at the dog and you think, oh, the big one started it or whatever. It's not always the case, and this is why learning dogs' body language is really important. Anyway, so we're going to just let them hunt on a bit more, and then we're going to head back to the car because it's really getting hot. I'm sweating. My new hat's going to get ruined, and the new hats are now available. So please email us, and we can, if anyone's interested in some of the Mordor merch that are going to be available, the hats are now available. We just got a box load of them. So we're going to head off with these dogs and head back to the car. I think the things to take away from this video are hot days. You've got to be sensible. Don't do too much in the heat, both for your point, but also for the dog's perspective. Sit. You've got to think how the heat's going to change the way they work, change their demeanour, change what they want to do, what they don't want to do. Maybe Waffle got a bit cross with Hudson because of the heat. We can all get a bit narky when we're hot and flustered and get a bit annoyed, and a bit easier. It's not as pleasant. So there could be any number of reasons, but we'll not dwell on that too much because it's more about just thinking about what can we do to manage the whole thing and make it work better. Hey, sit. Getting these two just to sit still, that's a good thing to do on a hot day because it's something they obviously need practice at. And that's a good thing to do because it doesn't expel any energy, it doesn't make them hot. So we're just walking them back to the car at heel. Wait. Now, because Waffle was being naughty when we first came out here about jumping in the car, Hudson. We're keeping him on the lead. Hudson, come on, buddy, up you come. Hudson. Ah. Waffle wants to get in, Hudson doesn't want to get in. Always got to do the opposite from whatever dog wants to do. So Hudson doesn't want to get in, so I'm insisting he gets in, giving him a little help. If I had a ball, if I didn't have Waffle in my other hand, I'd throw a ball in there or a biscuit. I want to make it a positive thing, but under this circumstances, I didn't really have a choice but to insist that he just got in, okay? When we open up the other cage, I want a bit of eye contact. I want him to ask permission. I'm going to slip the lead off. Wait. You can see him preempting what I'm going to do. Wait. He's looking at me. Waffle. He's asking permission, so I pop him in. Before we get these panting dogs back up to the kennels, get them a good drink and some quiet time on a cold tile floor, which they'll enjoy. Just want to talk through some of the challenges of dog training and the ups and downs, and how, you can't just read a book and train a dog. It's more complicated than that. I've walked up the track thinking, you know, after 25 years of experience thinking I know what's going to happen. I've walked up this track with Waffle on the lead. I said to you, oh, he's going to hunt because it's Waffle. He didn't. He didn't want to do it. So I had to go and get Hudson. After a few minutes of hunting, he was still being a bit lethargic. Him and Hudson had a little argument about probably a bit of rabbit poo. He was just a bit off form, off colour, and he really wasn't kind of towing the line and doing what we hoped he was going to do. And you know, so I've ended up doing a little bit of hunting in the field. Waffle's really not been on very good form. He then didn't want to walk to heel next to Hudson, probably because they had a little tiff. But you know, it just is what it is. Tomorrow will be a different day. So we've always got to be thinking, it didn't work today. It didn't work very well. What did we get out of Waffle today? A little bit of healing, a little bit of hunting, a couple of stops on the whistle. Nothing very exciting, nothing very positive moving forward. Hudson probably had a better session, but that's dog training and that's life. I hope you've all learned something, even if you've just learned it doesn't always go to plan. It definitely doesn't. And this is something that can't reiterate enough. Don't get demoralized because it doesn't go to plan. You've just got to think, well, we've got another day tomorrow, or we can go out again this evening. Maybe it was our fault. We shouldn't have come out in the heat. Anyway, we're going to get the dogs back up the kennels, get them a drink, maybe let them have a run in the pond, and we'll see you all on the next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, you get out what you put in.